Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Merry Christmas, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, I don't have anything good to report right now, but this just came in. Our southern border, according to the Border Patrol, is experiencing the worst day ever, meaning that there's so many people coming in that they have absolutely nowhere to keep them, and they're over 200% capacity as it is. Ladies and gentlemen, get prepared. Get all of those things that you need, that you know you're going to need, extended out into the future. 1, 2, 3 months, 1 year, even better. Because our systems are being overwhelmed, they're being overtaxed, and I believe that in the future, if you can still find those things that you need in order to sustain your standard of living, i.e. food, water, gasoline, etc., it's going to be a lot more expensive. Why? Because when the demand exceeds the supply, things go up in price, and those that can afford it will get it, and those that can't won't. So stock up on the things that you need now. What's happening to our country, in my opinion, right now, is unprecedented, where we have an administration that is allowing our country to literally, in my opinion, be invaded. And having said that, ladies and gentlemen, I do believe that my channel is being shadow banned, meaning that it's not being recommended to nearly as many people as it was in the past. So if you can please help, if you like, give this video a like, also share it if you don't mind, and if you can, watch it all the way through. That really, really helps. I want to thank you very much for those of you that watched my videos yesterday and gave it a like. I really do appreciate that. Now let's go ahead and talk about what's going on in our southern border. Per CBP sources, there were more than 12,600 migrants encountered at the border in the last 24 hours, ladies and gentlemen, in one day. The highest single day total ever recorded. And you can say there, all right, if you're saying that we're not being invaded, come on, man, are you serious? How are we going to take care of all of these people? They don't really have any support structure here. They don't have a job waiting for them. How are they going to get money? How are they going to work? How are they going to get housing? How are they going to get food? Ladies and gentlemen, ask yourselves that. Who is going to benefit here and who is going to pay the bill? Just in, U.S. border agents are calling this the worst day ever that they've seen as far as illegal border crossings. And I don't want to hear, oh, this is from Fox. Listen, if it's true, it's true. Okay? If they're crossing illegally and this is the worst day that they've ever seen as far as the Border Patrol goes, then it's true. I don't care who says it. So many people in this country and other countries are so hung up on politics. Take a look at what's really going on and how it is affecting us. We, the American people, the country that's being invaded. And 12,000 is not that much, according to this person who says the true number is significantly higher because there are thousands still waiting to be processed in Eagle Pass. And they do not count in the numbers until they are put into the computers. So in the computers alone, from what they're saying here, there's over 12,000 that are waiting to be processed. The official numbers yesterday include over 11,000 Border Patrol apprehensions of illegal immigrants and more than 1,600 migrants encountered at CBP ports of entry. This breaks the record of 12,000 encounters that was just set 2 weeks ago. Just 2 weeks ago, ladies and gentlemen. And already broke the record. It's incredible. I just don't understand why we are allowing ourselves to self-destruct. In a way I don't, but in a way I do. It's because it's how it was meant to be. A lot of people say that this administration, and listen, I'm not getting political, believe it or not. It's not. It's just the truth. A lot of people say that this administration is doing a terrible job. Now, this is where my opinion comes in. My opinion is that they're doing a perfect job. They're doing the exact job that they were put in place to do. You have to understand that this country is trying to be thwarted over into a Marxist country, a communist country. And in order to turn this country from a capitalist country where you're free to do business how you wish, you have to overwhelm the systems. The Cloward and Piven strategy. Look it up if you've never heard of it. And here this Mr. Bill Malugan says, as Eagle Pass, Texas is completely overrun with mass illegal crossings, so too is Border Patrols in Tucson, Arizona sector, which saw 3,000 known illegal crossings yesterday. This is the scene in Lukeville, Arizona this morning, where hundreds from around the globe crossed illegally. And ladies and gentlemen, it's not 12,000 in one day just all over. It's in one location. This is 3,000 in a different location. Like I said, we are being overrun and no one is doing anything about it. This is treason. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you must prepare. If we've learned anything from what happened in Israel and Palestine, between those two countries, and is happening now, is that you need to be prepared. Right now in the Gaza Strip, I believe it's called, and I don't really follow this too closely because, in my opinion, it doesn't matter what religion you are. It doesn't matter what political faction you are. It doesn't matter. Human beings are going to beat each other as long as human beings exist, ladies and gentlemen. It's in our nature. It's what we do. They continue to say this administration is allowing the Border Patrol to be pushed to a breaking point. CBP sources on the ground say this is an unmitigated disaster. Now this is going to piss you off, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse the French. While Americans struggle to feed their families, illegal immigrants waste 5,000 taxpayer-funded meals a day. And that's just in one U.S. city. Listen to this. Imagine that they're not happy to see the immigrants, the illegal immigrants. Ladies and gentlemen, you can't be afraid to call it what it is. It just is what it is. All right? People try to shut you up from saying illegal immigrant. Okay, I'm demonetized. So it is what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, we're being invaded. Are we supposed to hold our tongue while our own country is being invaded? And listen to this. First and foremost, despite the number of homeless Americans that there are in our country and in these big cities, New York City and other cities in America are providing free room and board and food to those that cross into the U.S. illegally, forsaking the citizens of this nation and giving to those that whose first act in getting into this nation was to break the law. If that isn't enough to make folks want to see Biden try for treason for allowing an invasion of America, then perhaps learning that New York City, new reports show that from October 22nd to 22 November, more than 70,000 meals have been trashed because the food apparently wasn't good enough for those that were being fed and housed for free. I'll leave the link to these articles so you can take a look at them, ladies and gentlemen. It's just pretty disgusting. And the thing is that there's not much that we can do about it. Look at all the protests going on in New York with people saying, send them back. We don't need any more immigrants. New York is like the melting pot of the world, really, where there are so many different ethnicities and backgrounds, and they embrace that. And that's a great thing. But it has to be done lawfully, and according to our laws, it says that you have to come in through the front door, not just come in through an open border that's been left open on purpose. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm not making light of what's going on between Israel and Palestine, but I hope that people that are looking are at least using this as a way to learn on how to better prepare. Because what they're going through over there is not very nice. And I sure as heck wouldn't want my family to have to go through it. It says here that families in Gaza are begging for bread and slaughtering donkeys because they are out of food. I'm only going to read a little bit of this, and it says here that this journalist lamented that staple foods like flour were now so hard to find. He also mentioned that the ongoing price gouging in the city with food items 50 to 100 times more expensive compared to the pre-war situation. Get stocked up on the things you need now. You don't have to get freeze-dried foods if you don't want to. Just stock up your pantry with the regular stuff that you normally eat on an everyday basis, ladies and gentlemen. Take a look at their best buy date. Most of the stuff that you buy on an everyday basis have a best buy date of at least 6 months to a year anyways. So it's very easy for you to stock up for a year's worth of food or 6 months worth of food and not have to worry about that food going bad as long as you rotate through it. He said, "This morning I went in search of a loaf of bread and couldn't find it." He wrote in a diary entry posted on Facebook that what is left in the market is candy for children and some cans of beans, which have gone up 50 times in price. The journalist also recounted seeing someone who slaughtered a donkey to feed it to hundreds of his family members, highlighting the seriousness of hunger in the Gaza Strip. Again, it doesn't matter to me what the politics of this are, because human beings will find a way to take each other out no matter what, no matter how peaceful times are. It's just in human nature. We haven't really learned throughout the millennia that we've been roaming this earth, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go ahead and finish it off with, I hope that these things get resolved between Israel and Palestine. But ladies and gentlemen, the fact of the matter is this: we have to resolve the stuff that's going on here first. Whatever country you're from, you have to take care of your house first. Here in the United States of America, we have to take care of our house first. We are being invaded. That's all there's to it. And only because you don't live in a border town doesn't mean that it's not happening. If anyone here lives in a border town, go ahead and leave in the comments. Are we being invaded or not? I'm very curious to see if all of this that we're being showed and being printed, if it's all lies. In a way, I kind of hope it is, but I just don't think that it is. Have a great day, ladies and gentlemen. I wish you all a very Merry Christmas. God bless every one of you. God bless America. I'm Alaska Prepper. I'm out.